Welcome to Car Swag. All right, buckle up, Buttercup. Forget everything you thought you knew about the 90s. We're not talking flannel shirts and dial-up internet here. We're talking about a car that walked into the decade like it just time traveled from the future, dropped a mic, and then parked itself in your dreams. This isn't just a car, it's a statement, a legend, and frankly, a bit of a high-maintenance supermodel. We're diving deep into the absolute masterpiece that was the 1990 Nissan 300ZX. Picture this, it's the dawn of the 90s. Everyone else is still figuring out how to make pop-up headlights look cool. Nissan, meanwhile, is over here playing 4D chess. They rolled out the Z32 and the world collectively dropped its jaw. This thing looked like a concept car that accidentally made it to production. Low, wide, sleek as a shark, with those iconic flush headlights that were so ahead of their time, they practically invented the future. It didn't just have a presence, it demanded it. This wasn't some soft, rounded blob. This was sculpted aggression, a design language spoken by artists and engineers who clearly had a secret handshake agreement. Every line, every curve whispered speed and sophistication in the same breath. You could stare at it for hours, finding new angles, new reflections, new ways it just worked. It was the kind of car that made you question if your current ride was even trying. But the looks were just the appetizer, fam. Underneath that impossibly cool skin was a heart beating with two tiny, angry tornadoes. We're talking about a twin-turbo V6 that didn't just make power, it summoned it. This wasn't some big, lazy V8 huffing and puffing. This was surgical precision, a high-revving symphony of boost and fury. You could stare at it for hours, finding new angles, new reflections, new ways it just worked. It was the kind of car that made you question if your current ride was even trying. But the looks were just the appetizer, fam. Underneath that impossibly cool skin was a heart beating with two tiny, angry tornadoes. We're talking about a twin-turbo V6 that didn't just make power, it summoned it. This wasn't some big, lazy V8 huffing and puffing. This was surgical precision, a high-revving symphony of boost and fury. It was the kind of power delivery that started with a polite whisper, then escalated into a full-blown hurricane before you could even say license and registration. The sleeper energy meter on this bad boy, it was pegged, like off the charts. You could roll up to the valet looking all sensible and adult. Then you'd mash the pedal and suddenly you were a blur of Japanese engineering, leaving everyone else wondering what just happened. It had that perfect blend of I'm just cruising and I will absolutely embarrass your muscle car at the next light. That's the kind of duality we live for here at Car Swag. And Nissan wasn't done there. They decided to make this thing dance like it had a degree from a prestigious ballet academy. Multi-link suspension at all four corners, and then they went and added super HICAS. That's right, four-wheel steering. This car didn't just turn, it pivoted. It knew where you wanted to go before you did, carving corners with an uncanny precision that felt almost supernatural. It was like driving a video game before video games were even this good. Inside, it was like a cockpit from a sci-fi movie. More buttons than a fighter jet, all angled towards the driver. The seats hugged you tight like an old friend who also happened to be a world-class racing harness. And those T-Tops? Instant sunshine, instant breeze, instant cool points. You pop those off and suddenly every drive was a grand adventure, a starring role in your own personal car commercial. This was the ultimate dad car versus bad car paradox. You could absolutely daily this thing. Cruise to work, pick up groceries. It was comfortable, refined, and had enough trunk space for a weekend getaway. But then, the moment you found an open stretch of road or a twisty canyon, it shed its sensible skin and transformed into an absolute hooligan. It was the responsible adult with a secret tattoo sleeve and a motorcycle license. The Z32 twin-turbo wasn't just a car, it was a cultural phenomenon.
It graced the covers of magazines, became a legend in early racing games, and basically defined the cool factor for a generation of gearheads. It was the car you aspired to own, the poster on your wall, the reason you worked that extra shift. It was a flagship, a statement that Japan could go toe-to-toe with the best sports cars in the world, and often beat them. But let's be real, perfection comes with a price. This thing was complex, like NASA designed this complex. More wires than a server farm, more vacuum lines than a spider web, and enough sensors to make a data scientist blush. When things went wrong, they tended to go spectacularly wrong. Would you daily it? You daily it with a smile on your face, a full toolkit in the trunk, and a healthy relationship with your local Nissan specialist. It was a labor of love, a commitment, a challenge. But man, was it worth it. Because when it was running right, when those turbos spooled, when that four-wheel steering did its magic, there was nothing else like it. It was a symphony of engineering, a masterpiece of design, and a raw, visceral driving experience. The 1990 Nissan 300ZX Twin Turbo wasn't just a car from the 90s. It was a car that defined what the 90s could be. It was bold, it was beautiful, and it was ridiculously fast. It wasn't just built to drive, it was built to inspire, and it still does. If you ever get the chance to experience one, do it. You won't regret it.
Unless you're paying the repair bill, then maybe. But even then, you'll still be smiling. That's the magic of the Z32. Hit subscribe at cr._swag. More legends to roast and toast, one clean photo at a time.